Everybody always says that the first 100,000 is the hardest. That every 100,000 up to a million becomes easier after that 100,000, because that first 100,000 you don't have the resources, you don't have the manpower, you don't have anything but yourself to pull it off. Once you get past that, you can now hire, you can now deploy code, you can now deploy capital here and there to get more leverage. But if you're watching this video, you haven't even made your first damn $1,000. So how are we going to make that first $1,000? And that's going to lead to your first $10,000, and eventually you make that 100,000, and then life gets smoother, right? I'm just touching the 100,000th mark, so I know a little bit about something about making that first $1,000, because I've done it time and time again in different kinds of businesses, all service. And yeah, I think I know what I'm doing. Here is where the challenge is at, right? The problem with making the first $1,000, especially if nothing's going wrong for you, is that self motivation is not easy. You need to self talk your way into having such a strong work ethic, because just for that $1,000 there are thousands, if not tens of thousands of people looking to steal that same clients, right? So this video is going to be about covering those mindset shifts, and some of them are really dark, in order to get you that damn work ethic that makes you that big money. Some of you think that once I make that $1,000 it's going to be all good, because I can just live off this. It doesn't work that way. I thought that way as well. Once you get to that $1,000, you're gonna spend so much money on so many different things, like software costs. Maybe you don't have a specific skill, so you need to hire someone. That you realize that that's not what comes home. That's what comes to the bank. This video is going to be a couple of different dark, manipulative, self-manipulative things that you can do in order for you to basically make that first money online when you don't have any experience. The reason why all this is revolving around mindset and those dark shifts is because when you're starting out, you are all that you have. You don't have money to deploy into other huge talent. You don't have money to deploy into code. You don't have any competitive advantage other than your work ethic. To make my first $1,000, I used to send 300 emails a day. Most of them were scraped manually. It takes 6 fucking hours to do that. I knew the fact that if I downloaded some list from Apollo, there's going to be so many other people competing for that damn list, so I had to do it all manually. I did it. I got it done. And 6 hours a day after college, not easy to do. So we are going to now cover how we can actually make those mindset shifts in order for you to make that money. Because I'm so creative and an absolute genius, and I forgot my Miro boards, we're going to use a regular whiteboard to demonstrate everything. So the first thing I want you to do is negative visualization. I don't know spelling of negative apparently. Read this 10 times, motherfuckers. This is negative visualization, right? We as humans are more inspired by negative things happening to us, avoiding the negative things happening to us, than the positive things, right? God forbid, someone really close to us in our family had cancer, and we had to pay for those bills, and we had to do it in a month's time. You will move a mountain to pull it off. But if you had to gift your dad a fucking Harley Davidson, that can take few years, no problem. I do it slow. Negative visualization is going to give you insane amounts of work ethic, because you're going to be able to process what will happen if you don't achieve these goals, right? And I'll tell you how to do it as well. So the first thing that you do is start imagining things that would happen if you don't get to your goals, right? If you don't know where to start, you have parents. Your parents are getting old, right? They deserve to see you successful. They deserve for you to be something in your life. And that's where you start your social circle and family. And we can also put it into consequences. So we're going to talk about the consequences of you not achieving your goals to your social circle and your family, right? The simplest way to think about this is the fact that your dad cannot work forever to provide for the family. Your mother is getting old as well. What are the consequences of you not reaching your goals and achieving your potential when this is at stake? I want you to imagine that, right? I know this is very dark. You don't have to go really deep into it, but at least have an understanding of the things at stake. Because if you're not willing to put anything at stake, you will not be consistent. And that's the first step. I had a mentor who made me do this drill for the first time, and it blew my mind as to how deep and dark I went. You don't have to go that dark, but my main thing was that, hey, listen, my dad's getting old and he's not going to be able to travel and do this forever. My mother's getting old as well. It's about time that we have another earner in the family. And if I don't achieve it, I could not pay for their medical bills. I could not take care of them the way that I wanted to. They might die without me, without seeing me ever reach my potential. Is this the life I want to live? No. Is this a fear greater than death for me? Yes. So I went pretty dark, but that's just the sum up of it. I want you to journal about what it would look like. The second thing is journal about everyone that's ever talked shit about you, right? These could be small things that basically you took personally that you can tap into to get that energy. I first heard this from Goggins, where he used to record his haters' comments and put it onto his earphones, and while running he used to listen to all that, and that used to motivate him, right? You can do the same, but since you don't have comments and you don't want to record, you can just journal about everyone that's talked shit. I had a whole page of just people from my childhood and people from my past just talking shit about how I'd never be anything. I'm uploading content for the sake of uploading content, things like that, right? So I'll give you a personal example of mine. Right now, my Instagram is sitting at 43,000 subscribers. My username is AKSJTHH. Go follow if you'd like. And what happened initially was that when I was just uploading, right, I probably had like 10 followers somewhere, just random followers, right? You know, those spam accounts. I had a childhood friend of mine who found my reel through the suggested column because, you know, it came through my contact list. He took that reel, forwarded it to my group chat with everyone, a huge group chat with all our mutual friends. And he just started making fun of me and bashing me in front of the whole group chat, saying that, oh, who is this guy trying to be? What the fuck is he trying to do? This, that. And that is this, right? He can't make the same jokes anymore because I fucking made it, bro. Like, you can make fun all you want, but I have a fucking huge Instagram now. It lets me hire it. It helps me run my business. So absolutely works, because like that journaling is what lets me post 7 fucking times a day. That journaling is what has tapped into my subconscious that, okay, shit, I do need to prove these motherfuckers wrong. That is basically what we're looking for here. Now, okay, my number one goal of making this video is basically for you to get that initial spark, right? For you to have such an insane work ethic that every day, if you decide you're going to send 300 emails, you will not stop under any circumstance. Every day, if you tell yourself, I'm going to post 7 times a day, you will not stop. That's the primary goal of this video, right? That said, you can only achieve these things if you have a daily checklist of things that you need to do. I have my checklist. I need to post 7 times a day on Instagram. And from next year, which is right now that I'm recording, it's December. From next year, of Feb to March, that's when my business kind of slows down. I need to upload between 1 and 3 YouTube videos a day every single day. This is just warm up for that. And I need to send between 500 to 1,000 emails a day in one of my companies. And I also need to do check-in with my clients every single week. That's my fucking rent. I don't negotiate it even if there's a tsunami, right? Those are my systems to do this every single day. Volume is where the magic is at. Repetition and consistency is where the magic is at. All this inspiration is so that you can do those daily checklist of things. None of these things will matter and work if you are not serious about doing these things every single day. So decide what you need to do every single day. Go journal, go do the negative visualization. You will find yourself moving mountains to achieve your goals if you can just do volume alongside getting this checklist of things. Once you can do that, for you to achieve your goals, you will get somewhere and you will eventually build that discipline because of the momentum. That's about it. If you're new to the channel, fucking subscribe, bro. Don't make me punch you in the face. Take care.